Ispaghula Husk, known often by the brand name Fybogel, is a laxative medication. It comes in sachets which each contain 3.5 grams of Ispaghula Husk. To take a dose, you need a glass of water, you open the sachet, you pour in the powder within into the glass of water, you mix it in, it mixes with the water, and it is flavoured often with an orange or other fruity flavour, and you then drink that fruity flavoured drink. It then is obviously going to go into the stomach. It will make its way through the small intestine into the large intestine, and there it's going to have a laxative effect. So it's going to help to relieve constipation or fecal loading of the large bowel. It's viewed generally as the most natural of the laxative medications because Ispaghula Husk is actually just a form of insoluble fiber, where insoluble fiber means carbohydrate molecules, long chain carbohydrate molecules that the gastrointestinal tract of humans is incapable of digesting. So when it's consumed in food, it makes its way through the entire GI tract without being digested and comes out the other end. This is what is meant by fiber. Insoluble fiber is fiber molecules that won't dissolve in water. So there's two types of fiber molecules that dissolve in water and fiber molecules that don't dissolve in water. Soluble fiber is fiber that dissolves in water. Insoluble fiber is fiber that won't dissolve in water. And fiber, as I've already explained, means indigestible carbohydrate molecules. So Ispaghula Husk is an example of an indigestible carbohydrate molecule that is insoluble in water. Examples of foods that are high in insoluble fiber molecules are things like wholemeal bread, wholemeal pasta, any sort of wholemeal wheat product. Whole grain rice is another example of a food high in insoluble fiber. When they process wheat to make white flour, white bread, white pasta, that removes a huge amount of the insoluble fiber. That's one of the main things that is removed in taking it from the whole grain product to the white processed product. Now, insoluble fiber acts as a natural laxative. Soluble fiber also acts as a natural laxative. They work in different ways, however. Insoluble fiber, it's still debated how insoluble fiber achieves a laxative effect, but overall I think most people think that it actually stimulates motility of the large bowel. So once it arrives in the large bowel undigested, it actually has a pro-motility effect on the wall of the bowel, increases motility, and therefore things are going to move through, fecal matter is going to move through quicker, and therefore there'll be less time for water absorption from that fecal matter, which is one of the main things that the large bowel does, and therefore it's going to be softer, it's going to pass quicker, and it's going to be softer when it does pass. Just to contrast that to soluble fiber, so food sources high in soluble fiber are things like fruits, and oats are very high in soluble fiber. Vegetables, by the way, are usually high in insoluble fiber rather than soluble fiber, so they're another good source of insoluble fiber. But fruits and oats are high in fiber that is soluble generally, so their indigestible carbohydrates are going to be soluble in water. And soluble fiber also has a laxative effect, but it works in a different way to insoluble fiber. It holds on to water, so it remains in the gastrointestinal tract and holds a large volume of water with it, and therefore takes up a lot of space within the gastrointestinal tract lumen. And once it arrives in the large bowel, it obviously takes up space. It's bulky with all this water, and therefore it forcibly pushes other fecal matter ahead of it onwards, and that's how it's going to help move fecal matter along the large bowel. It also, because it is bound to so much water, it's going to mix with fecal matter that might be in front of it in the large bowel and help to soften everything up. So soluble fiber's mechanism of action is actually similar to the osmotic laxatives. So Laxative, which is an example of a macrogol laxative, and lactulose, they're major examples of osmotic laxatives that work by not being digested or absorbed when they are ingested, and holding on to water and making a bulky, watery contents that is going to enter the large bowel and push everything along and mix with it to soften it up as well. So soluble fibre and insoluble fibre are nature's natural laxatives, and Ispaghula Husk is an example of an insoluble fibre product that we use medically as a laxative. So because of the fact that it is a natural fibre supplement, it's often preferred as the first-line treatment for chronic constipation. So if someone is going to be requiring daily laxatives, ideally this is the one we'd want them to be on because it's the most natural, rather than them being on the more synthetic, unnatural ones such as Macrogol, for example. So in many guidelines for chronic constipation managed in outpatient medicine, the first line thing to do is obviously to try and encourage them to eat more fibre, so more soluble and insoluble fibre, to try and naturally treat this. If that fails to get on top of it, then the first line treatment ideally would be Ispaghula Husk, and you can take it at a dose of 1 sachet twice daily if necessary. If 1 sachet once daily is enough, then that's brilliant, but it can go up to a dose of 1 sachet twice daily. In inpatient medicine or hospital medicine, Ispaghula Husk is a laxative that we use much less frequently, and it's because it's not as powerful as some of the synthetic ones. So one of the laxatives we use all the time in hospital is Macrogol, because it's incredibly effective. It's an osmotic laxative that we mentioned earlier. It holds onto water and brings a huge bulky mass of watery product into the large bowel, which then pushes everything along, and it's incredibly effective at relieving constipation, more effective than Ispaghula Husk. However, it's not a laxative that you'd want someone having to take every single day of their life. You'd much rather they were on a fibre supplement such as Ispaghula Husk if they're going to have to be taking it chronically. So in the hospital, where we're trying to relieve them of often opiate-induced constipation, giving them Macrogol temporarily is fine. But as I say, if this is a long-term problem being managed in the community, Ispaghula Husk would be the first-line laxative you'd want to be using. Finally, just to mention that this is a laxative that can be purchased over the counter. You don't need a prescription for it. In the UK, you don't even need to visit a chemist to buy this. You can buy it on supermarket shelves as a fibre supplement. So overall, it's a very natural and very safe laxative that is available over the counter. It's not as powerful as some of the synthetic laxatives such as Macrogol. However, if someone is suffering with chronic constipation and is going to need to be taking a daily laxative to relieve this, ideally you don't want them to have to be taking daily Macrogol, for instance. So a fibre supplement laxative such as Ispaghula Husk is a much better first-line treatment. If it fails to work, then we can look at putting them on other laxatives regularly. But first line would be Ispaghula Husk for chronic constipation that's being managed in the community.